Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Money Talk series. My name is Esther, and I have a new face here with me today. I'll let him introduce himself.
All right, my name is Nick. It's an honor to be here.
Okay. Welcome to the Money Talk series, Nick. Nick is actually our product lead here at Red Villa. So today we'll be looking at cash versus card spending. Well, talks about a cashless economy has been going around for a while now, and people are learning to use POS. People ATMs have become a norm, and even bank transfers, paying via bank transfer, have become a norm. However, this is Nigeria. We still have 1,000 naira notes. We have 500. We have 200 naira notes. We have 100 naira notes. I can't remember the last time I saw 20 naira notes anyway, because it would almost be useless even if you have it. Well, my point is that we still spend cash in Nigeria, which means that there is a preference issue here. So we'll be looking at cash versus credit card. Okay, cash versus card spending. So Nick, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer to spend cash or pay with cash, or you prefer card payment?
Okay. If I were to speak to this regard, I would say that I do both. Actually, I do both. However,
Okay.
there are conditions that will warrant me paying with either card or transfers. Because
Mm-hmm.
obviously, personally, if I'm making any payment that exceeds 1,000 naira, I would prefer to do bank transfer or pay
Mm-hmm.
with my card.
Okay.
If I'm doing all this petty buying sweet and stuff, all this petty spending, that's when I'll probably be spending, probably using cash. Sorry about that. But obviously, anything that goes into 1,000, 5,000 and above, forget it. It's bank transfer on my card. And
Okay.
it wouldn't be nice. Okay, the only time I'll be forced to maybe spend cash will be if the vendor does not have a means of accepting either a POS device or doesn't have a bank account to get me to take my transfer with.
Okay. Okay, but your preference for making payments above 1,000 naira with bank transfer or card, does it have anything to do with how it's helping you to spend better, or is it just convenience, or is it like why do you prefer that? That's my question
Okay.
really.
It's not really about having me to control my spending. Mentally, I try to control my spending as much as I can. However, okay, what I feel is that at every point or at every regular point in time, the maximum I'll probably have cash at hand will probably maybe 10,000, 20,000 naira max. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense having to carry 50,000 naira bundles and walking around.
Walking
It's not making much
around.
sense to me. If I need to make any purchase, I would prefer to do a bank transfer. So I'm only forced to touch that cash if there's no option to do a bank transfer or pay with my card. So it's
Mm,
just a personal preference, not as if it helps me control my spending anyway. I do that
mm,
mentally in my head.
okay. Well, I happen to prefer cash. Sorry, I happen to prefer card, paying with card or paying with bank transfer. And the reason for that is I can track my spending better. So if I'm making a transfer for something or
Mm,
I'm paying with my card, I
that's the
can
point.
track what the payment was for. But you see, the moment I withdraw 5,000 naira, that money,
You'll be
the
surprised.
way it will fly, I would not even be able to say, oh, I got this, I got that. In fact,
Yeah.
I even prefer that even if I have to pay with cash,
Mm,
that I am withdrawing that cash at that moment. So it helps me to stick to my budget. In fact, I'm even so used to it that even when I'm going to the market,
mm,
I would not withdraw. I would prefer to ask the vendor if they would accept bank transfer, or just get
yes.
someone that does agency banking, withdraw the
Cash. Yeah.
amount I need at that moment, pay the charges and everything like that. So, and the thing about a cashless economy is that quite a number of us, I would not say that everyone is aware, quite a number of us are aware of what a cashless economy looks like, and we're tilting towards it. But to look at the bigger picture now, do you think Nigeria is ready to be a cashless economy?
Okay. I want to believe that we are. I don't. We are not completely ready for a cashless economy Reason being that there are still some um, infrastructural modifications that need to be made. Like for instance, many of the time when you go to the supermarket and you need to do a bank transfer, then they have to sit down and wait to confirm that payment before you can leave. I think someone even narrated the story to me that he went to purchase an item and then he had to sit down there for almost an hour waiting to verify payment for that particular item. He has made transfers, the recipient has not received money.
Money.
He cannot leave the store with the item, and so he's stuck there. So the person has to remain there until the money has been confirmed before he can actually leave. And that has brought some kind of a hindrance or a bias against the bank transfer. Many times they'll even go to the supermarket to get an item. If they don't have a POS device, they will prefer you don't even do transfer. Because
Yes.
before they can verify the that particular transfer, it could take very long. So only if the vendor is trusting enough that will say, oh yeah, go, we'll see the money.
Mm-hmm.
But hardly would you see somebody prefer taking bank transfer over debit card, sorry, POS payments.
Mm-hmm.
So usually, those are one of the factors that will probably limit us going to the cashless policy.
Well, from what you just said, like, as we were just speaking, what
Mm,
I could see is that the reality for the seller and the reality for the buyer is different. So, an average seller will prefer just pay me in cash. Let me just know
yes,
that I've received my money.
yes,
An
that
average
bounce.
buyer does not want to carry cash around and all. But and for me, I used to think that in terms of awareness, in terms of infrastructure, that Nigeria is there, we're ready
Mm,
to be a cashless economy. Until the cashless
yeah,
February, should I call it cashless February and cashless March?
sometimes
And it was bad.
that's
It was
terrible.
really bad. I would, if you had asked me before then,
Mm,
I would have said Nigeria would easily survive anything like
mm,
that. But we didn't. In fact, people literally
it's
died.
true.
Yes, like just to get cash. When we had the option of POS, when we had the option of ATMs to withdraw money. Okay, let's even say that
Mm,
it was not even about
mm,
ATM to withdraw money and POS, but at least bank transfer is there. People could
yeah,
pay via bank transfer for whatever they want to
yes.
pay for. But it felt like the reality is just different from the
Mm,
technology. Maybe I don't even know what to peg it on.
mm,
Should I just say that maybe people don't know how to use it, or the system is still not robust enough to support everybody well?
yeah,
We still have a large number of unbanked persons, and
mm,
all, even though fintechs are trying, and honestly, I cannot even begin to imagine how that February and March would have looked like if
totally.
we didn't have the kind of fintech innovation that we had at that time. So, but it still feels that it's not sufficient enough.
Yeah.
It's not sufficient as in terms of technology,
Mm,
the it is there. But as a people, it feels like we're still slowly
I think.
coming into it one at a time. We are
Mm,
preferring it one at a time.
mm,
Like, you prefer it, I prefer it. Slowly other persons are learning to prefer cash, card over cash, or
mm,
bank transfer over cash and
yeah.
over. It still feels like we're a long way there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think if I want to even add to that, I think one of the reasons why people would prefer cash as
Mm-hmm.
a vendor, why I would prefer cash would be people have had bad experiences with bank transfers. There are
Mm-hmm.
systems that have been put in place that you could send should I say, a dummy
Mm-hmm.
um, credit receipt.
Credit, yeah. In fact, someone has done it for me before. The person just
That's
showed me
terrible,
the
man.
receipt, and I told the person that, okay, you can go. If I will get that money
Mm.
tomorrow, if I will get that money tomorrow. So,
So because at least with the cash, you know that you're holding a paper at hand, so nothing except if those notes are fake.
but
But some people even go to the extent of having to even putting the note under the light to ensure
like
that
to
it's
check, and that's
authentic.
another problem, especially when it's a new note and
Yeah.
all like that. But anyway, guys, so that is it for Nick and I. We both prefer card or bank transfer. What is it for you, and what is your experience? What informs your choice of card or bank transfer payment over cash, or your choice of cash over card and bank transfer? So would like to hear from you. Please go down to the comment section. Let us hear your view about cash versus card spending. Don't forget to share this video, like and subscribe. See, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.